Hey Lindsay, so you have your string, right? That's 2 arm lengths long, and you're hitting, I don't know if the string you got, you have to do this too, but untangling it or like straightening it by pulling it hard is good. You got your needle. Ugh. Mis gatos. Put it through. Okay, so you add as many beads as you need to for the width plus 1. So if you want your beads to be 3 beads wide, you're going to add 4 at first. If you want 2 beads wide, you're going to add 3. So I want mine to be 3, so I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 beads on there. I'm going to change the lighting. Go. So I have 4 beads on there. And I'm putting it down. Okay. So I don't knot my thread. I just hold the tail. So here we have 4 beads, right? Now, you're going to take that. You're going to skip this one because you're putting this one on top of this one. So you have 4 and you're going to go to the next one. See how I'm going through the next one there? That can fall, and then I'm holding it and pulling it through, and you can see that that bead just stacked on top of this one. And then I go through that and tighten it up. So now you see this bead is stacked on top of that one. Okay, now you can add your next bead by going into the bead you want to stack it on. So this one right here has a bead stacked on it, so you want to stack it on this next one. So you go through that next one, through just that bead, pull tight, then, so you just stacked that bead, right? You're going to go through the top of the bead you just stacked, okay, and pull that through. Now you have 2 beads stacked on top of each other. And then you want to stack one on here, so that's one you have to go through. So you're going to pick up a bead and then go through that last one. Okay, now you have 3 beads stacked, and then you have to go through the bead you just stacked to stick it on as your final stitch. Okay, now you have your 6 beads, your 3 beads stacked on, your stacked beads. Now you're going to go through this entire thing. So the entire row, the first beads you stacked on, you're going to put your needle through all 3 of them. Push it through. And then if you weren't starting, you would go through again on top and then start your next stacking. But well, I guess we're going to do that too. So we're going to go through the top ones too. And then since we're going to add 1 seed bead on this first row going that way, we're going to go through, but we're not going to go through all of them this time. We're going to go through just the first one. You see that? Because we're stacking it on this middle button, this middle bead here. So we're going to pull that through. Okay, then we're going to add the bead we want to stack on top. Go through just the bead you want to stack it on. And then you have that bead stacked on, so you can attach your jump ring and your clasp to it. And then we're just going to go through that bead again. want to tangle my thread. I'm going to go through that bead, and now that bead is pretty much stuck on there, as you can see. And then we're going to go down through that bead. We don't want to go around it. We want to go down through the next bead. Pull it tight. Okay. And then we're going to go through that row of beads on top that you added. And then, once you do that, you can continue on doing it. Okay? You can continue on. So that's how you start your beadwork.